Welcome to the Get Up and Go Morning Show. The 2014 winner of the Soul Train Music Award for Best International Performance, our very own Machel Montano. HD. Welcome, Machel.
High five.
Oh, na.
And congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you
So hold on.
very much.
You know what could the award?
I haven't received the award yet.
Oh.
The award is in the mail.
All right.
I mean, everybody should know that by now.
It is FedEx.
On these award shows, it is one award that's just there that you hold up and you look like nice and they give you everything and then they give you the award. Because they don't want to have all these awards. It's not like them functions. You just go for Christmas and you see all the trophies here on the table and
don't be tonguing with award shows. We have a million awards in the back.
But you know what? Take us through the pieces. So hear this.
Yes.
When and where were you when you found out you're nominated?
Where was I when I was nominated? I can't remember. Probably in the studio. Because that's supposed to be every single day for the last year. So
do you have to send in your music to be nominated, or they have their people?
I have no idea. I'm not even sure the process.
Okay.
I think it's from people who nominate, and just like they have the voting.
Yeah, the top whatever, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, what was the feeling when you found out?
This is my third year being nominated.
So,
it's not something that is surprising because we have been working towards getting our music, more and more popular, more international, and you see the benefits, you see the progress happening. We won the award last year. I was nominated the first year, and it wasn't such a big deal, but it will grow and keep growing, and I guess the consistency of it. So it's not really something to be surprised about.
Being nominated. All right.
You be humble about it, and you understand that you're doing the work. And
who are the other people in the categories?
I think in that category they had Sam Smith, Nikki and Vince.
Sam Smith. Oh yeah, he is
Shaggy and Stay With Me. Sam Smith, Stay With Me.
Right.
Shaggy and Neo for one of Shaggy.
Right.
All right. So tell me the feeling after you hear that you beat all these big artists on the night with Best International Performance right there and then. You're the winner.
Did you find out there and then?
Yeah, on the night. On the red carpet actually.
Right. Okay.
Because these awards not really given out in the show.
Right.
We're not even that big yet. You didn't have awards that will be
pre-awards
before the show. And
don't televise nothing.
No awards will be given out in the show.
So you found out you're the winner.
Yeah.
Let me hear the feeling.
Surprised, surprised to a certain extent because I kind of anticipated it. But first of all, when they told us we were nominated, we were in LA working on the album, and it was in Vegas. So I was like, yeah, for sure. I was planning to go Vegas for my birthday. So I went to watch a couple of shows and get myself in the zone for Carnival. But instead, when they said, yo, is it Vegas and it's this weekend, 7th, the weekend is 7th, I was like,
everything perfect.
I'm going to do everything. We go in, you know what I mean? Win, lose or draw, we go in. Because I went to the first one and, didn't win. And it was just a nice experience to be in the building and experience that. And then the second year we couldn't go because we didn't even know the date. And then we had already booked our show that weekend, so we couldn't go. And this year it was just easy. So we went, kill two birds with one stone, do everything I wanted to do in Vegas. But so it was a little shocker, but I was preparing myself because I really knew in these scenarios, the reason why we will win is because our people will raise up. And I mean raise up in numbers. I mean I was voting 10 times a day for myself. No shame.
So, of course not.
And I'm sure a lot of other people was doing that for me. At the same time. So I had a feeling that look, if we activate and if the Caribbean community activate, it could happen. And when I was interviewed after this by the Express and a couple of people like Fader Magazine and Hip Hop Weekly, I told them that I believe that a lot of the acts would not take these Soul Train Awards seriously and they would not activate their machinery to go behind a Soul Train Award as they would for a Grammy or anything else like that, American Music Award. So I just knew that it was gonna happen, and then somebody tell me, hey, look at the comments page and on on the Soul Train website.
Right.
And when I look at it, it was just Machel.
Nice.
Because I know it was the soca crowd, it was the West Indian crowd, it was the Caribbean crowd, and most important was the Trinidad and Tobago audience.
So what's next? Indies, Grammys?
The Indies Award is next. I'm not too familiar with the Indies Awards, but that is coming up on the 27th of November, 2014 in Guadeloupe. So this is 3 days after my birthday, so I'm hoping to win this one. I was just checking it out.
So you're nominated for that?
I'm nominated in 4 categories. Best International Ambassador, Best Male Artist, Best Live Performance, and Best Song of the Year for Epic.
Nice.
Which is a good feeling. We just experiencing all these different songs getting the attention. Happy Smile Life getting the attention. Ministry Road now Epic. So and this is a natural evolution of putting in the work, and with me and all the producers and everybody in our camp, our new management team, we just elated that the music getting this recognition.
I know I hear you nominated for the Grammys.
Yeah, but this is the second year.
Right.
So talk to us about that.
I just want to say something. The Indies Live Music Awards on the 27th, and it's a People's Choice Award. So we're asking everybody to vote.
Of course.
www.indieslive.com. We are a little behind now. Not people like Mr. Killer and people like a couple of people in there.
Alright, so we have to push that.
Admiral Bailey, who's a big French soca artist who I even work with my partner. But I want our people to activate and vote for Machel. Be a nice birthday gift. I'm also the second time nominated in the Grammys first round ballot. And this is the first round ballot, meaning that you may not make it to the nomination.
Okay.
Right.
And the Grammys.
So you need the votes here.
Well, the Grammys is not
public voted.
Yes, it's the Grammy community, and I already have a lot of people from the musicians who are members calling me. Same way I will have to vote as a musician too. And I really want to thank Martin Raymond, Mice. Mice has been fighting this for the last 3-4 years, and I've been insisting on myself and my mom and making us partake, making us register, getting people in Trinidad to become members quietly. So it's been happening.
So we have a little force there.
Yeah, and this year we nominated in the Grammys in 3 categories actually. The Best R&B Performance with Can't Let Go with Boyz II Men, Best Music Video category with Ministry of Road again, and Best Urban Contemporary Album category for Happy Man Alive. So it's a good feeling when your music gets any recognition, and not just you and what you do, but we working really hard on the music. So.
Well, it's 7:33 right now. We're getting ready for the news feed. I'm talking about 33.
Yeah.
Right? 7:33.
That's my age.
Talk about 33. Right now, all over Instagram, it's all about 33.
Yeah, but all of them are life.
What is that about? Explain to the people.
Well, first of all, 2015, Machel will be celebrating 33 years in the music business.
All right.
And 33 has always been a special number to me. I consider it to be my angel or my guide. And I kind of recognized that in 2000 when Real Unity happened, I kind of took a step back and wanted to study my life. So I started studying my life, and I realized that there was from reading all the articles from 1982, I was coming third in tests all the time. I was coming third in all the competitions, and one reporter from the Express or the Evening News at that time had written an article saying, why all these trees falling Machel Montano? And then I was watching my family photos, and I have this family photo with my father, my mother, and my brother, and we just sit down there with bare nappy head, no jerry curl, no nothing, real late for school look.
Yeah.
And I had on this t-shirt saying 33, and just the look of the picture looking at me and seeing all the trees and understanding. I also had my first beamer by the bamboo. Beamer in the bamboo. And I remember
you said beamer in the bamboo?
Me and Farmer went for it, and the man said, don't worry, Machel, I've got a special number for you. And it was PBC 33. And this was before I had started studying. And then over the years I just started focusing. My man believed that if you pay attention to life, life will pay attention to you. And every time, with the time and the clock and the places and the things we go and the places, it will just always be that. Sometimes I will just show you that it's happening in real time, and people can believe whatever they want, but for me, I know it is for me. I make my own decisions every day. I am whether to go left, whether to go right, whether to stop, or whether to go to proceed with certain things. And when I see the 33, it will tell me what I need to do. I still need to decide whether it's yay or nay, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
You know,
What's that in play with?
So far, so good.
Spider. Right. That's
We'll
really
be right back
important,
with the Soul Train. Best performance, best international performance winner, Machel Montano HD.
That's my song.
So the Get Up and Go Morning Show, Tweez, Nikki, Raw, Double M. Into the live at 9-6 number 1, the Get Up and Go Morning Show. Soul Train to win.
Machel, when you're writing them songs and they exactly see the woman doing the things because it's be instructions and it's
some of these songs are written with like you ever see when people doing paintings and they have real life
right,
models?
you have to see you just have visuals to give you motivation and sometimes a little inspiration and possibly some perspiration.
Make me gear up, drop to the ground and the hold and steer up. Fantasize you and I, we go pair up, check.
Wait, you write that when you and I dancing mocha there? Yeah! Oh, that's
right. To the side, let me see your profile.
Hey, watch me. You see?
Yeah, that profile is from the waist up. Just say, hey.
Sometimes you need live inspiration.
Yeah. You're an artist, a true artist.
I have done it.
Right, seeing some live inspiration.
Yes.
So, Machel, tell me about the albums. Trinity Hills album.
Yes. I told you this. Yeah.
But what trouble is this?
Album. The Trinity Hills album.
Yeah.
So celebrating 33 years in the music business, and the 3 Threes is all about, the Trinity Hills album. For me, it is about another call as usual to remember, who we are, where we come from. I'm sure that 95%, if not 100% of the people in this room have never seen the Trinity Hills. Have you ever seen the Trinity Hills?
96.1%.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
See what it look like?
Yes, I have.
Well, I just walk with.
Yes.
Yeah, I just do them kind of things.
Most people don't know.
15 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Most people don't know where it is.
Yeah.
So, I had some people go out in our boat and take pictures of it. And, it's about returning to yourself. The whole thing about the Trinity Hills for me is returning to the 3 things that we base upon, which is discipline, tolerance, production of Trinidad and Tobago, and I think it's necessary to go back to your watchwords when you feel that it's necessary to reconnect with that deepest part of you. So the Trinity Hills album is really on one axis talking to Trinidad and Tobago, but it's also talking to the wider world because it's going to map back to things like the pyramids. I recently went to the Mayan ruins again after about 20 years going there in Belize, and I was inspired again to focus on the pyramids and the fact that we must map the past to the present and to the future and know that they're all connected, and I say that meaning that you have to accept and honor and respect and honor your tradition.
The past.
And accept and entertain the technology, but at the same time you have to live your truth, which is every day. And our truth here in Trinidad and Tobago, for me, as a Trini and watching the world as a larger place, is that we have to reconnect with who we are, to really know how special we are, to really know how deeply we need to love ourselves and love our country and love our neighbor and love our brothers and our sisters. So this album will be all about that, and for me it's going to touch on the past, it's going to touch on the future, but most importantly it's going to dwell in the present, the present state of me as a musician, the present state of me as a human being, because my motto every day is to wake up and make music reflecting the highest expression of who I am.
Now I realize that every year you try to make the music a little different, and you try to work with a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
Right? As you said, the Trinity Hills album, and I realize you get the inspiration as well from going all over the world.
Yeah,
all through there. Each
sure.
year, the places you visit reflects in your albums. I noticed you did some work with Hugh Masekela.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm also doing a Hugh Masekela album, executive producing with Hugh Masekela and Superior Deltones. Hugh Masekela is doing an album called Superior to Soweto, and actually we are collaborating on the title track with Superior Deltones and Xander, who is the arranger. the famous Xander, who's one of our best jazz musicians in Trinidad and Tobago.
Clive Xander.
Yeah, and you know, Hugh came to me about working on a project of heritage restoration to teach people about their culture, to teach people about Africa, to teach people about the lands they came from and the ancestors, which again leads to the topic of remembering. You know, my whole philosophy is that we have been dismembered from who we are. You come out your mother belly and the first thing you do is they dismember you, they chop your umbilical cord, and sometimes we were dismembered from our roots. A lot of us here, the indented laborers, the ones who came from Africa, we sometimes don't really reconnect with why we're here and who we are, which is the same thing come back to discipline, tolerance, production, the Trinity Hills, knowing your country and knowing how special you are. So with Hugh, Heritage Restoration, I went into the album and Superior Deltones met Hugh in a jazz festival and reminded him that he had heard them playing some Kitchen and some Sparrow, and he said, "No, what, I like that music, I want to work with that music." And they say, "Alright, we come back for you." And they corner him, and he tell me the story, and he came here and he heard about me and he read about me and he just reached out and said, "Look, I need somebody like you to help me with this project, not just the album." He's like, music was secondary, but he really wanted us to work on the project of heritage restoration, going to Nigeria, going to certain places and doing cultural exchange, building centers around the world, which is a lot of things that are going on all over the world right now. So I engaged in the Hugh Masekela album, I'm doing the Trinity Hills album, I'm doing the Hugh Masekela album, and I'm doing the album for the movie soundtrack.
Well, that is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Scandalous, the film, because that's my thing. So let us know about that, because a lot of people don't know about what's going on with that.
Well, I mean, we announced it a couple of times. We were out there with it for quite some time. This is 9 years since the producers first came to me. And the name of the movie is Scandalous, and the production company is Indipeligo Limited, now Indipeligo and Ecstatic Limited, because I took a serious interest in it when we weren't getting any funding. It was tough to get funding from the various outlets to get funding for movies.
Right.
I don't know why, because I really believed in the story, and it was written by Claire Ince and produced by her husband Ansel, and together she's a Bayesian and he's a Trini, and they love Machel Montano music, and they found the music was all about real unity, and they wanted to write this story about real unity. So it's a story of an Indian family, rich family with a big business going bankrupt, and the father decided that he wanted his daughter to marry this rich guy son from England. And there's also the B story, which was me, is like, I was this artist who went to England to try to make it and didn't make it. I was coming back home, and in the airport, our worlds collided, and she had a deep interest in music and drums and dulak and guitar and lyrics and, against the family's wishes. And we kind of collided in the airport, and it went scandalous from there. It started to become scandalous.
Where's the movie being filmed?
The movie's being filmed in Trinidad and Tobago, and is gonna start on December the 8th. We start filming. So right now we're in the studio. I just met my co-star for the first time last night, and she's from England. Originally Sri Lankan, and she's totally into it. And the director is Todd Kessler, who is actually the founder, the creator of the Canadian show Blue's Clues, which is a big success. And we also have one of the main actors is Kabir Bedi, who will be her father. Kabir Bedi is the Indian villain from the James Bond movie Octopus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he will be there, and it's like I'm one of the lead actors, and of course Natalie Pereira, who is here, who is my co-star. She's also.
Are you playing yourself?
I am playing Lee De Leon. And I mean,
is it parallel to Machel?
It is so parallel to Machel. I mean, I went to England to try and make it already, and had to come back home in 2000. When we was being sued for unity, and it was just a lot of pressure for me to actually make it at that time, so I could relate to the story and understand the feeling. And most of the things there, it's just my life in print. We also have some local actors, Tenille Nualo, Michael Sherry.
Oh my God,
yeah. So
it's the best we have.
I realized I took some time out for some fun the other day. Dancing with the Stars. Well, I know when you're having fun, you're still working at Machel.
Not always working.
You're always working.
Always marketing,
we know that you're having fun, but we know you're still working. Dancing with the Stars. How long come about?
Well, we have a kind of tight friendship community going on between LA and Trinidad. You know, you have seen people like Alfonso Ribeiro, who's Trini, Tatiana Ali, who's Trini. You know, they've been here with their friends like Queen Latifah and Will Smith, who all came down. And it's a tight group. And remember, the whole Boys and Men song came about by me being invited to sing Bottle of Rum at Alfonso's wedding.
Right.
So I went out to Alfonso's wedding to sing that, and you know, we just, his wife and his whole family from Ohio, they love the song, and we just stay really close. And you know, through mutual friends, of course, those some of them who work with Will, some of them who live in Trinidad. You know, they just invited me to come and support him at Dancing with the Stars because he actually wanted to dance to Mr. Fett. You know, but the producers of the show wasn't having it because you know
I know.
It's so common. Yeah, reached out fire. So you just said, look, come out and support me, you know, come and see me. And
you know, I was reading last night that he injured his back.
On that night?
No.
Again?
No, only last night, and they may have to pull him off the show, but they're trying to see how it goes.
I think that is just the same injury that happened from the night that we were there, because I actually saw it when I came backstage and we met him. You know, he was showing us the footage on his phone from the rehearsal just an hour before, where his foot
it's probably
some different shoes. And
so when you read last night, I think Fox or One News were reporting that they in a few hours they're going to decide if he needs to pull him out,
you know, he's one of the strongest, and
you know,
I've known him for so many years. I knew him when he was the tap dance kid. He was originally the tap dance kid.
Yeah.
You know, the commercials, Michael Jackson.
Right,
so he's a top dancer in the game.
So Machel Monday.
Yeah.
Machel Monday. I thought today was Machel Monday. Today is not Machel Monday.
Today,
all right.
Hold on. Today is Machel Monday 96. Next week, Monday will be Machel Monday because that's my birthday.
Yeah.
Alright, and then on February the 9th,
for the rest of the world,
333, we celebrated Machel Mondays. That's 3 Machel Mondays. Three special ones. Today, then. Anyway, yes, so February 9th, Machel Monday. Of course, you know, every year I'll come and say it's the biggest ever.
The biggest ever.
This one will be the biggest ever. Because, I mean, it's just the elements that we put into it. And the Machel Monday this year will be MM33. Welcome to the Trinity Hills.
Nice.
You know, and when we say welcome to the Trinity Hills, we're talking about the culture of Trinidad and Tobago, the culture that has influenced Trinidad and Tobago, the culture that is influencing Trinidad and Tobago, and the culture that Trinidad and Tobago will influence in the future. So
we'll be back talking with the Soul Train winner of Best International Performance, Machel Monday, the Get Up and Go Morning Show.
Yeah, it's Machel Monday.